What's up guys, I hope you're all well. So I just want to make a video on how I installed this rev counter in the Micra. So yeah, as you can see, I ended up mounting it just behind the cluster. Like in the last video I put up, I mentioned that I was probably going to put it in here, but I changed my mind of where I wanted to put it. So it's sat there now. So I'm just going to show you how I wired it in, like what wires need to go to where. And this is for Coilpack Micras. Like if you have a Micra with a distributor type engine, like the wiring may be a bit different. So yeah, this is for Coilpack Micras really. And to get to all the wires I connected the rev clock up to, I removed this bit of trim here over the cluster. I removed the actual cluster with all the dials on there. And I removed this bit of trim here, and then like the radio I also pulled out. So yeah, you can remove all them bits with just a Phillips screwdriver here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove them. You'll be able to see what bits I removed, and then yeah, I'll go ahead and explain what I did with the wiring. Alright, so I've gone ahead and removed all the bits of trim just so I can get to the wires back here and wires in here. So yeah, as you can see, I removed the clocks, the like bit what goes over the clock, just a bit of trim, and the center console piece here, and then I just like undid the 4 screws what hold the radio in and just slid that out just to get to all the wires. So yeah, so the clock I bought came with 5 wires, and I'll put up on screen what each of the 5 wires does, just as if I try to explain it, it'll just end up getting confusing. So yeah, you should be able to see on screen what each wire does. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start explaining where I connected each wire up to. So the green wire from the rev clock, this is the RPM signal wire, and it just gets like the RPM signals for the clock here. And I connected this up to the blue and black wire on like the wiring for the plug for the cluster. So the blue and black wire here, I just attached it to the green wire for my rev clock with this like little connector here. I'm not too sure what it's called, but you can get it from Halfords. I'll try to find out what it's called and put it on screen, as I didn't buy it or anything. My dad just gave them to me as he helped me out doing this, as I didn't really know what I was doing. So yeah, got the green wire connected up to the blue and black wire on like the cluster wiring, and the long red wire, the 12 volts for the clock, I have that running all the way down to behind the radio, and I connected it up to another red wire just to get it a bit longer, and the red wire goes to another blue and black wire behind the radio. So this blue and black wire here gets 12 volts as soon as you turn the ignition on. So yeah, that's why I connect it up to this blue and black wire here. The blue and black wire on the big plug here, because there's another small plug. I'm not sure if there isn't even a blue and black wire on that one. So the blue and black wire behind the radio, I connected. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, the blue and black wire behind the radio, I connected that up to the 12 volts for the clock, and then the short red wire, the 12 volts for the backlight of the clock, I have that running to another red wire just to get it a bit longer, and I have the that connected up to a yellow wire on the wiring for the cluster, and I just use another one of them connectors to connect it up. And yeah, that's what I did with the 12 volts for the clock. And then both the earth wires, so both the black wires, I connected them into this little connector thing here. Not sure what it's called, but I'll try find out and put it on screen. So I run both the black wires into this connector thing here, and then I have a wire from the connector running all the way down here, and I connected up a little one of these, oh, I don't even know what this is called, I'm sorry. It's like a little hoop thing. I connected up to the hoop bit, and then I just used a self-tapping screw and like drilled it into this bit of metal what's like earthed. So that's how both the earth wires are wired up. Yeah, so from a connector with a wire drilled into there. So yeah, that's where I connected all the wires up to. I hope I explained it alright, and I'm not the best person explaining stuff. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to you. Yeah, so the way I have it wired up, as soon as I turn the ignition on, like the backlight of the clock lights up. I did try to wire it up so as soon as I turn like the side lights or headlights on, the like the backlight lights up with the lights on the car. But for some reason it stays on the whole time as soon as the ignition's on, because I thought that the yellow wire on the wiring for the cluster, I thought the yellow wire was like the illumination wire, so as soon as you turn the lights on the cluster lights up. But I'm not sure what that is, but with that 12 volts connected up to the yellow wire, it just means that it's lit up the whole time. I'm not too bothered that it's lit up the whole time. I just would be cool for it to go on with like the lights for the cluster, but yeah, I'm really not too bothered. The only reason I wanted it to go on with the like cluster lights really was I was reading on the Micra Sports Club with people who have the same rev clock as me, and they were complaining that the backlight for it was too bright, so they like put on a switch and stuff, but it doesn't actually bother me, so I'm just going to leave it how it is. It doesn't bother me at all really. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put everything back together and start the car up and rev it up a bit so you can see the rev clock like working. But yeah, again, if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to get back to you and help you out. Yeah, I hope I explained that alright, but I'm not really too good with like wiring and electrics, so it's kind of hard for me to explain. So yeah, I got the car all back together now. So yeah, I currently got the ignition off, but yeah, as you can see, as soon as I turn the ignition on, so dash lights come on, the backlight of this lights up. I know it's kind of bright so you can't really see the backlight, but yeah, and then as soon as I turn the ignition off, light goes out. It's not staying on all the time, killing the battery. So yeah, I'm just gonna start the car up and like show the rev clock working. So yeah, that's how the rev clock works. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. That's how it kind of looks from my driving position. Yeah. So yeah, that is how you wire in a rev clock on a Coilpack K11 Micra. Yeah, if you have a distributor engine Micra, it'll be a bit of a different like process to do, or like the same thing, just connecting up to different wires, because I know the wiring diagrams for distributor and Coilpack Micra are different. So yeah, if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'll try help you out. Like, I hope I explained everything well enough. Like, I'm not the best at electrics really, so yeah, it was kind of a difficult video for me to make, hence why I'm showing you how I did it, not doing like an install video of it, because like I had to have my dad help me out a lot because I didn't really know what I was doing. But yeah, I hope you're all well and thanks for watching.